Good morning, students. Today we are going to deal with another of those directed writing which we shall be practicing. Alright? And this comes under your question number 2. Directed writing or actual writing. So this is about, the title is Statement of Purpose. Statement of Purpose, or referred to as a SOP. SOP. Alright? That's the abbreviated form of it. Okay, now what is this? Just before this we had done personal profile. I said this is one of the requirements when you are seeking for admission to a college or a university. The statement of that was a personal profile. Along with that, most of these foreign universities especially, and nowadays many of the Indian universities and colleges as well ask you to write a SOP, to submit an SOP. And the SOP, or the statement of purpose you submit, shall be scrutinized by an admission committee. And they shall compare it with your other records as well. Like for your academic records, the academic documents that you submit, the personal profile that you submit. With this, it will be studied. So in an SOP, what you do is, it is a reflection of your personality traits, your personality characteristics that you portray in front of the admission committee. Okay. So, what is an SOP? An SOP is a reflection of your personality or traits or qualities that you portray, that you present in front of the admission committee of a college or a university. And in getting enrolled in that particular college or a university. So it is a picture of yourself, your personality, your characteristics that you are presenting in front of the admission committee so that they can consider it and allow you to be enrolled in the university or maybe denied. So it is your chance to impress the committee by presenting your profile strongly through an essay that describes your personality traits which are not covered in your academic documents. So it's a chance for you to impress the admission committee of your unique qualities, unique traits that are not available when they look at your academic records or academic documents. So it's an essay stating the purpose of applying for a course in a particular university or in a particular college. And therefore this essay consists of the gist, that means in sum, in a condensed form. It consists the gist of who you are. Okay? It consists of who you are. Then, who you want to become. Who to become. Alright? So it shall be talking briefly about who you are and who you want to become in the future and how ready or prepared are you to pursue a particular course leading to a career, to pursue a certain course in an institution, university or a college. So these are the three aspects you should be talking about. Who you are and who you want to become in the future and how prepared are you to pursue a certain course in a particular university or an institution or a college. Alright? So therefore this statement of purpose tries to understand the candidate's life, his motivation for choosing a particular career path and his or her goals. Understood? So, who you are, so that deals with your life. And the motivations and motives behind your selecting this particular career and not any other. Alright? So, who you want to become and what's your purpose of choosing this particular career or a course. Okay. Therefore, you need to discuss in this essay your certain past incidents which may have influenced you to select this particular course, this particular career. And you have to be very in a specific manner. Okay? And then you have to also specifically mention where, see how you aspire to grow up by joining a course or a college. So you have an ambition, you have a motive in your mind, and therefore you think this is the right college, this is the right course, this is the right university which can provide you that environment, that specific, place where you can fulfill your aspirations. Okay? So that is what a personal profile is all about. The statement of purpose is all about. Now let's look at certain points. I'll give you a few points that you should include in your in a statement of purpose. Okay. So that it will be easy for you to remember. Is that clear? So the first thing to remember is this is a statement of purpose is a bridge between your past and your future. In other words, in this what you are presenting is your past which had some motivational experiences, and you look toward your future, your goal, what you want to become. So you are stating what you are and then what you expect this course or this university or this institution to to turn you into in a few years' time. Okay? Alright. The first point is you need to include certain personal information. Personal information. Which shall be useful. Like for instance, you say you are self-motivated, you are focused, you are disciplined. Right? So these are the points that would make you different from others. You are self-motivated. That means there is no one that you are giving them a guarantee that somebody has to be after you all the time. That's not needed. Okay. So then secondly, you are telling you are focused. You have a clear goal set in your mind. You know what you want, what you aspire for, what you want to become. You are disciplined. That means you are not going to create any indisciplinary problems there, or disciplinary problems in your college or university. Okay. So a few things like that. Always positive. Remember that. Just like in a personal profile, in a statement of purpose, also only positive things shall be highlighted. Self-motivated or focused, disciplined, hardworking, and so on. Give a list of your good or positive points. Then, second is purpose. Now these points, if you remember, you need to, it will be easy for you to elaborate. What is your purpose? Why do you want to take this course? Purpose. Why? Why do you want to take this course when there are so many other courses available? Why did you select this particular course? That has to be mentioned. Then, what do you want to complete after? What do you want to do after completion of this course? After completion of this course. So this is an area where you will be talking about these two things. What is your purpose in choosing this particular course when hundreds of other courses are available? And what is your purpose in choosing this particular institution or particular college or university? And what do you intend to become in the future? Once you have completed your course program. Next, thirdly, you shall talk about something of the past. Past experiences. Past experiences. Okay? Past experiences. When you talk about past experiences, what experiences do you have in the past? And how long? Or how much? So give very vivid, concrete examples. Like for instance, you have worked out or taken up certain projects. You have done some project works, maybe some science exhibitions or some projects where you require to construct something or some community services or whatever be the projects that you have taken up. Or you may have submitted a thesis, a paper. So these are the things that you should be talking about. Okay. And then you talk about the program. You have definitely chosen a particular college or a particular university or a particular country. And you have to explain here under program heading, why do you want to study this particular course in this particular institution or college or university and in this particular country. Okay? So that is where we'll be talking about what is your reason for selecting this particular college or a university. Now, for example, this is one of the main things that we'll be talking about. You shall mention a few plus points about this particular program or a institution or a college or a university or the country in which it is situated. So he says, one of the things is, you have heard that they provide good mentoring. Good mentoring, alright, which leads to growth of personality. Alright, a point. Good mentoring. They look after you well so that you come out holistically developed personality when you are finished with that. Yes, second you can mention that the institution or the college or university has what? Vision is a brand name. It has got a brand name of its own. And therefore, you are taken up by the prestige involved. The prestige involved in studying such university or college. Like for instance, when you talk about Harvard, it's one of the renowned universities abroad. Okay. Then, or Lady Sri Ram College, one of the most renowned colleges in Delhi or in India. Or the Gokhale Institute of Economics, another prestigious institution or college in our country. So you are just taken up by that. It's got a brand name. It's and once you come out of it, you are sure of a job. Or IIT Kharagpur, or IIT Mumbai, IIT Delhi. So they have got a brand name of their own. And then another thing you could talk about is the alumni. All these prestigious institutions will have a you have heard about great personalities who are the alumni of this particular college, institution or university. Okay. The products have become great, successful persons in the world. Then, the next point that we shall talk about is point number 5 shall be, we shall talk about personality. Give something about your personality. What are one or two things that make you unique? What are one or two of your unique qualities? Maybe you have excelled in academies. Maybe you have done wonderfully well in your extracurricular activities. Like for instance, you might have represented the school in in some national or international science Olympiads, or some national or state level or inter-school competitions, or debates, or quiz contests. Okay? So basically you talk about one or two unique qualities of yours that makes you outstanding. That makes you outstanding. One or two qualities that make you outstanding. Unique. We say everybody is unique. Everybody, in other words, everyone is different from the other. So therefore, you merit to get an admission above the rest. Then, the next point to remember is you must use plain English. Don't try to be very sophisticated. Okay? So when you are writing this essay, make sure it is written clearly, fluently, right? And then effectively. You should impress the effectively and lucidly. And then basically the final thing that is very important is there is authenticity. That is very important. It has to, the committee has to be impressed that it is your original writing. Alright? This is a piece of writing that is done by yourself and not by someone else. Alright? Okay. Now, the next point that we have is the last point or the final point, the process. I will call it the process. So I said that the purpose of the essay is to impress the admission committee, and therefore it has to be well thought out and intelligently presented, just like the personal profile. And therefore, you begin early. Do not wait for the last minute. So, the important thing to remember is the process. So, that is the title I have given to this, and that is, see, do not wait for the last moment. Because this is, the purpose of it is to impress the admission committee, and therefore it has to be well thought out and intelligently presented. Therefore, you begin your work early. Begin your work early. Then, follow all the instructions that are given. Because most of these universities, they give you certain instructions to be followed. Write in about 500 words, or 1000 words, or 1500 words. So follow all such instructions and then proofread. So it is a formal, written statement of purpose we are presenting to an elite committee, and therefore it has to undergo a proofreading. That means there is no room for any spelling mistake, grammatical errors, or syntactical errors, or any punctuations or mistakes. So therefore, you proofread it, read it over a couple of times or more, and if required, rewrite. Then look at that. It has to be clear, fluent, and effective. It has to be presented effectively. If you need to change words, phrases, expressions, do that. Okay? All those. And then get feedback. Show it to one or two persons to make sure that it is perfect. People whom you have faith in. People who can give you objective review of your SOP. Alright? Not people who would just flatter you, but who would give you an objective review about it. Alright? So, feedback, ask for feedback. Show it to one or two persons who can judge properly and then give you an unbiased, an objective opinion about it. Okay. So then, do not go beyond 2 pages. Do not write too long essay. Restrict it to about 2 pages. That's it. Remember all these 7 points, and then you shall write a perfect SOP. And one thing, let me remind you that is to be kept in mind. Do not leave out any of the points. So I have numbered each of these points so that it remains in your memory. Then, so far we have done 3 such assignments. One is 3 of these things that we have practiced. One is, first one was we have learned personal profile. Then we have also done, what was the first one? I forgot now. It is a proposal writing. Okay, a proposal writing, personal profile writing, and this is the third item we have learned, a statement of purpose. And this you shall find a model or a sample SOP in your language textbook on page 129. Go through it, then you shall get familiar with the style that is followed there. It's quite well written. You can go through it and try to write similarly. And keep in mind the points I have mentioned, and then you will come out with a perfect SOP. Thank you.